And hello again. Welcome back to Let's Play Colonization. I am the Twisted Bentat, and we're picking up where we left off last time. Well, last time from our first part, playing on Conquistador difficulty as the French. It's the spring of 1532, and I have to kind of resituate myself because it's been a week since I last played the game. My life is getting a bit hectic right now, so sometimes it's not as feasible for me to, play games as often or as diligent as I like to, but anyway. Right, so my plan was, okay, one thing at a time. This caravel's got trade goods, which are going to be stored for a future wagon train. It's got an indentured servant. The indentured servant we're gonna put on land, and we're gonna send to that. Let me get my cursor. We're gonna send it to that Aztec city. Hope that it's a farmer, because that will help us out tremendously. So go to Quebec. And that was the end of the turn. Okay. Because we have everyone else working right now, don't we? Yeah, our fur trapper is doing lumber. Our pioneer is doing the lumber. And what? Who's this? That's a ore miner? Who are you? Verbistu. That's the fur trapper. That's the pioneer. Oh, the preacher. Pioneer. Okay, okay. Right, having to remember what I'm doing right now. Okay. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Is that since it's been so long since I played the game, I kind of have to refocus myself, and since I'm only playing about a half hour at a time or so, just to make sure I'm not overwhelming or taxing myself, my computer, or my internet connection. Yeah. Okay, so the indentured servant, we will start. Yes, I see you there. What are you doing? It's not even a military unit. It's an unarmed colonist. Go away. Go in peace. And then we can unload you. And grab the furs. And we'll wait on the cotton for another run. Right. You can just go straight to France again, because we need the money quickly. There we go. I was waiting for where the base was. Like, I couldn't hear the base. Entering the Indian village. Live among the natives. Yes, farmer! Now, unless it's a capital, you can only do that once per native settlement. So, pay attention to what looks good and what doesn't. But that farmer will help us out tremendously. Just you wait and see. Go to Quebec. And you went sideways. Why did you... Never mind. I'm not going to complain. I'm thinking if we get another couple colonists... Not the petty criminals. I can't not take them, but... The petty criminals can't be... They can only be trained through education, which means I need to have a schoolhouse, or if they learn through labor. The Indians won't take them. They don't do any finished goods stuff. Okay, so I'll do that. Let's. I'm thinking about it, but let me just leave the caravel to sit here a turn so I can kind of see where would I put a new city if I wanted to put up a new city. That's unexplored. Those are both Arawak lands. That's Arawak land. But if we do that there, then we have some rivers, good ocean tile. It's got ocean access. It's right next to the capital, so if we get colonists, we can get them going. I only knew what was down here. Okay, so what I will do then is, what are you working on? You are working on a printing press. Right. European status. You get on the next ship. Nah, screw it. You know what I could do? Buy some horses. Turn this criminal into a scout, not by his own volition. And see what we can do with that. Now, the problem here is, again, until we get our next Continental Congress member, Minwi, so we can actually use this broadleaf forest tile for our farmer, there's nowhere we can really work with him. So what I'll do is, we have 2 excess food, so let's take you, and for the moment we'll put you to ringing Liberty Bells to make sure that happens quicker. And then turn. You go to Quebec. We're probably going to lose some horses because now we're not producing any excess food, but it's a necessary shortage, I think. Okay, we've hit our lumber cap, so let's go ahead and now you're no longer working the tile. That's perfect. Put you back up there. And get to farming some, getting some furs, I should say. You, criminal. You can't be a scout. Oh, because I haven't unloaded the, horses. Now. Scout. The next turn I'll sentry him on the ship and we'll land him down here and he can explore what's likely to be our next colony site down there. Thank you, Airwax. You were kind. So wait. Sentry. And end the turn. Why the hell did he swing all the way around that peninsula? Okay. Make landfall. That's not bad land. That might be really, really good land. How quickly are we going to need you to ship stuff back? Okay, you are at 96 for cotton, so let's go Quebec. So then we can, in fact, so we don't lose any, we'll put you on preemptively. Then end the turn, then load up with enough cotton to get full cargo load. Like so. And we can take you back. So the printing press will be done next turn. Thank goodness. No, I didn't want you to... You do that. You get on. You come off. Why did you do that? Unload Load. Thank you. Sometimes this game is a little finicky, but I'll deal. You hold put. Alright. Sugar planters. We get some lands. Now, if that capital is halfway decent, like if it has farmers or has lumberjacks, I don't need tobacconists. I really do not need tobacconists right now. Stockade or schoolhouse? Well, let's get a lumber mill next, then a church, and then we'll see where we are. Again. Wait for a new cargo of that. We'll explore the capital, Arawak capital next turn with our scout. Turn. Rebel Salmon is rising. Right. Load you with the rest of the furs. Off you go. Back to Europe. Get us some more money. Now. So you have master tobacco planters. Not the best, but if we have master tobacco plants and we have a spot that we can use them with, then it might be worthwhile to get that tobacconist. Ooh, monies. Monies are always good, especially in the early game. Next we'll send that scout back up to the Arawak camp south of Quebec to figure out what they... Well, no, screw it. We'll just send them south and see if we can get some good... Because we get colony here, and get another colony, like, overland by here and just road it all up. That might be a decent use of our pioneer. Fine. I need to trade goods so I could trade with the natives anyway, so I'll kiss your pinky ring, alright? I'm gonna try to mind my language a little bit, but, you know, it's a bit hard. I'm not used to Let's Playing in front of a live studio audience. So... But if this is all one giant peninsula, I'll be pretty happy. Then we can stretch out. I don't like the... Oh, and we found the English. And there's already some mounted braves of something. Okay, so now we've got 2,000 gold. So here's what we're going to do with this. Number one, we're going to purchase a new caravel. Number two, we're going to get ourselves some expert ore miners. So that caravel can go. Number three, just so my paranoia does not get the better of me, we're going to buy a piece of artillery and station in Quebec, fortify in Quebec. And then second, and then lastly, we'll get ourselves some master carpenters. And gonna get a little crowded, but if we start up a new colony here with some of our other people, that'll be perfectly fine. Now, there's the English, that's what, their second or third colony? Because they started with Jamestown, Plymouth, and there's already Barbados. Sugar planters. Ooh! Now we have a seasoned scout. Perfect. Do not interfere with this God-given... I'm not in any position to interfere with this God-given mission, but thank you for the warning. Yes, I will agree to a demarcation treaty. Zoom the colony, so if we're full on that, then you can... No, you know what you can do? Make some more hammers so we can get that lumber mill pumped out ASAP. I think we're just gonna mosey on out there with our seasoned scout and see what we can do. So you've already reached the point in the game where the later you get in the game, the more almost exponentially things seem to slow down. Go to Quebec. See what you want. Sugar planters and nearby lands, which tells us almost nothing. So you go to Quebec and end our turn. Because we don't like the fact that they just have a dragoon just sitting right there on top of that mountain tile. Alright. Just out of curiosity, if I put them there, then there's no really use for the ore miner. So let's do this. You're the preacher. You're the fur trapper. For the time being, let's switch it up like this. A pioneer becomes a pioneer and takes the tools. Our fur trapper is probably good where he is. Our tobacconist will fish. That brings us back up to 8. Where are you again? Oh, you're the pioneer coming out. Okay. So, the carpenter... Okay, so you... for the moment, farm for food. Then the carpenter gets in here. As soon as we get church, the fiber and preacher will go there. And our... we're short 1. Oh, then we can always do a farmer that we can always put a farmer there when we need it. We have a temporary shortfall, but I want to get some ore production going ASAP. Okay, so we are even on food. Good. Get some ore production going. That'll be good to sell. The pioneer will come with one of the caravels to start the new colony. I can see we've already got... Okay, fortify that. Maybe that'll reduce the alarm of that Arawak filter because we're not moving to attack them. I guess not, but it could just be the size factor. What I like to do when I have a lot of ships is just order them all to wait and then sort of go from there. Let's get this scout up and going. Okay, so we'll wait on you. You sentry, and then we'll take you down there. Our second caravel here, we will take our furs. And just our furs, and we'll sell them back in France. See, with 2, we can afford to now shuttle back and forth, or have the second one go exploring. As long as we have one that's going to be able to take our goods back to Europe when the time comes. Let's double check what kind of land we've got here. Conifer forest, grassland, prairie with a minor river, broadleaf forest with a minor river, scrub forest with a major river, ocean with a major river, broadleaf, scrub, and wetland. If we put it there in the broadleaf forest, then we have access to prime timber, prairie, broadleaf. That might be the best option here. If we had another colonist, I'd do it in a heartbeat. So let's do you. Make landfall. And then our ships will kind of mosey around here for a moment. And forgive me, I feel a little tired. I just had supper like an hour ago, so I'm kind of ruminating on that. I think I actually hit the microphone with my lip. I think that's a bad thing, because that generally means my mic is probably too close, but I never know quite how to adjust it to be set properly. Okay, so we got the lumber mill, good. 18 lumber, okay. Next is a church, and while we're waiting, that firebrand preacher's gonna have to do some chopping down, just so we have enough to make do. So how quickly are they gonna... Yeah, we're good for another 2 turns or so, so let's kind of get you exploring just a pinch more. I'll just have you wait, because I want to have, again, I want to have a second colonist, and I don't feel like pulling off the scout just yet, because we may need those horses. Right, you come off. Anyone that looks interesting. Now, for the moment, I'll take the indentured servants and tools. So I have someone. Okay, there's another inlet there. So you'll just wait till we get that other colonist there. That might be a good time as any to stop the video once we get our second colony up and running. So you can go back to Quebec because you'll have some cotton and you'll have ore in a moment. You are cotton planters. That's not bad. And more beads. Who'da thunk? I don't like that Dutch dragoon just sitting there on that mountaintop. Because if we ever go to war with him, he can just fortify there, and it's going to be a big effort to... Okay. Zoom the colony. For the moment, let's... Well, for the moment, what we can have you do is ring Liberty Bells, because I want to sell that ore. I don't want to start making tools until we actually get a blacksmith shop. And the Liberty Bells are more important right now so we can get our next Continental Congress member. So let's actually head you back south and see if we can get by the English and see just how big this peninsula goes. Go to Quebec. You wait. There's a Dutch moseying around everywhere. I might later on, once we get into like the 1600s, I might decide to turn on fast peace moves and turn off the Indian moves, but for now, it's not really doing that much harm. For the moment, we will sentry you, and end the turn. Now, you always want to be careful when you're moving ships, because if you have two ships in the same tile, even in a city tile, if they overlap, then oh, lovely, already irregulars. So I think you have two ships that overlap, the cargo gets transferred somehow from the one that's not moving to the one that is. So you want to make sure that if you're moving with someone sentryed, you want to make sure it's the right ship for the job. So I don't want you. You can keep heading south. I want you. I want you. Pause you. And you. Go back to ore mining. Next turn we'll have a full load of timber. Not timber. Cotton. And we'll be good to go. Silver keeps falling. I'm not even the ones who are doing anything. Okay, so next thing we want to do is... Do we want the blacksmith shop next, or do we want the stockade? I think it's too early for war. Let's go with the blacksmith shop next. And our firebrand preacher will actually do what he's supposed to do, which is make a hell of a lot of crosses. That does mean we're going to run out of lumber pretty damn quickly, but what we can do in the interim is we can have our ore miner do lumber production. And if we do still run out of lumber, hell, you know, we'll just go 2/3 pace. So, you go to La Rochelle. Huh, more Dutch. Okay, make landfall. I will just have you wait. You wait. The natural servant can't build the colony because they just got off the ship, so one more turn and we will have our colony built. Which again, as I say, is as momentous an occasion to stop as anything. Fur prices went down, but hopefully... Is that the end of the peninsula already? It is. We gotta get around there. Okay, so wait. Wait. Build the colony, Montreal. More furs. It's not bad. Scrub Forest, Major River. 15 furs a turn. But only 2 we gotta change that. Hence, have you dock at Montreal, and we shall clear that square. And once this turn gets by, I will save the game, and I'll call that a good session. We'll get 30 years in about 30 minutes. That I'll call a decent pace. So hopefully, we'll get Montreal up and running pretty well, and we'll have 2 good colonies, and figure out what I want to do next. Playing as the Conquistador Maximilian Remington of the French. So until next time, I am the Twisted Mentat, and I hope that you'll stick around and catch my video and my continuing videos on this series whenever I post them next. Hopefully no worse than once a week, maybe a bit quicker than that depending on circumstances, but you know, till then, later.